Sure, most of you out there have noticed how much colder it's been this week compared to last week, but let's also talk about the impact that it has on farmers. We touched on that yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We are talking about those cold temperatures, and everything is already blooming thanks to all of that warmth we had in January or February. Our spring bloom out, or the green up as it's called, is running about 3 weeks ahead of schedule. It looks now how it should look the first week of April. That's why we're worried about those temperatures.
Right. Yes, certainly, and especially when you're talking about farmers too. Our Julia Richardson actually caught up with some Robeson County farmers to see how they're faring as these temperatures continue to drop.
For the herring family, this time of year means crossing their fingers.
There's really nothing we can do. We just pray a lot and hope the weather will cooperate.
But most of the time, they say it doesn't.
We really have not had a full orchard without damage probably in at least 5 years.
Right now, the herrings have rows and rows of peach trees waiting to bloom, but they say even a few hours of freezing temperatures could be detrimental.
And that's the fruit in the bud, literally,
yes.
if you to go with that term.
Agronomist Georgia Love says any crop that flowers, which includes all produce, is at risk.
During that flowering process, that flower is producing pollen and pollinating to produce that fruit, and so you basically kill the pollination part of that plant.
As you can see, these trees don't have peaches yet, but the herring family tells me they could in 2 weeks if the weather permits.
Right now, if it's a really hard freeze, I think we'll probably be okay. If this happens 2 weeks from now, we will have fruit already on the trees, and that will not be good at all.
WMBF Chief Meteorologist Jamie Arnold says freezes around this time of year are typical, and we could get another threat. But
what makes this one a little more important is the fact that we had all of that record warmth in January and February, so all of the flowers and the buds and the crops are running about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of schedule.
And Love says farmers' crops are typically in the clear after April 15th.
It's important to be aware that those things happen and, kind of be supportive of our local growers, as they face things like this.
In Robeson County, Julia Richardson, WMBF News.